Hi, good morning, welcome, good afternoon, whenever you're watching. I'm Sandy from Lolly and Sand, and I am a independent stepping up demonstrator in Canada. I don't know why I goof that up so often. Maybe it's too many words this early in the morning, and I know it's not that early. Well, we are into our last month of Sale-A-Bration, my friends. Oh no, or oh yes, because surprises. I'm just making sure I've got everything. Oh, move that. I'm going to move you just a little bit again. There we go. Yeah. So, we're going to have some fun today. Using items from the mini catalog, and we're going to look at some second release Sale-A-Bration items that just became available today. Surprise! And they are awesome. Okay, so let's get to the first things first. We're using Breathtaking Bouquet, and hopefully you got the glare off there. And this is a large background stamp, but it doesn't just have to be for backgrounds because you have options. And also using, because we need a sentiment for our card, So Sentimental, which is part of the So Sentimental bundle, which is also in the mini catalog. I'm just going to bring the catalog over for a moment. Oh, I guess I should point out that, well, let's bring the catalog over and this will make more sense. Okay. Oh my gosh, I humor myself. Okay, so you can see the stamps here, so I can move that aside. They're as big as you see here, which is awesome. I like when sentiments take up a fair bit of real estate on my cards. And actually, I think you will too, because sometimes you just have like a beautiful, either a background stamp or maybe some an embossed page, and you're like, I just need a sentiment and it'll be beautiful. And you're right. So, beautiful sentiments, and you'll notice, you can see that there's a shape around them, unlike over here, which means there's not, this is a separate stamp set, but just to show you that this does not have a die that goes with it. So when you look at these, all but the to and from, and of course you don't need them for little bits, they all have matching dies, which are right here. So in case you didn't see them, they're on page 20, the Stitched So Sweetly dies. And as a bundle, they are awesome. I did want to show you, just in case you missed it, over on page 31, I do have a tab here. Over on page 31, just up here in the corner, there's your Breathtaking Bouquet. So you might not have realized that is a big background stamp. It says it, yes, it says it, but just in case. And you can see here in this example that it's been cut around, and it's not a difficult fussy cut. I like when they're easy fussy cuts. So I'm going to set that aside and really set it aside because I have other things to show you. These are a couple of items from the second release of Sale-A-Bration. So this is vellum, and if I show you like so, I think you can see the dots in it. Can you see that? So it's textured, which is wonderful. It's gorgeous, and yes, we are going to use it. And your colors are soft seafoam and purple posy and pool party. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I couldn't remember pool party. They're going to look different, of course, when they're on a page. So I do have to put a little white behind it so you can see how much lighter it actually looks when it doesn't have something darker behind. So, if you're just joining me, I'm just showing you some of the second release items from Sale-A-Bration that became available today. Now, this one's going to be very, very shiny. Very, very shiny. These are the flowering foils. And the one thing, there's a bunch of things I love about it. One is the weight. It's not super heavy, so it's not going to add too much thickness to your layers. And I missed a sheet. I don't believe it. Did I? I did. Hold the fort. I did, because it's really pretty. You have to see it. One moment while I get it. I believe, yep, it's right here. right behind me. Okay, I missed a sheet. So I believe you get 3 of each. And if I don't move them around, I probably won't blind you with the light. So flip it over. So this is rose gold accents and silver foil accents. Now let's get that last one out of here, and why I missed it is a mystery to me. Almost. My hands are cold today. There. Now you might be saying, wow, that sure looks okay. They're all beautiful, and what's really even more beautiful about them is you can color them. So if you have your foam roller, your foam brayer, you can go across and you can make a beautiful ombre pattern. You can vary your colors, go from color to color to color. It's absolutely gorgeous, and you will be seeing this later on in the week. Yeah, sorry for all the shine. You're like, my eyes. We're using this today, and I'm really excited. I almost went. I was like, come on, 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to be early on this one. I think I'm going to be early. So we're using the big background stamp. So I'm bringing out my Stamparatus. Alrighty, and I cut up a couple pieces of paper that have nothing to do with Stampin' Up, just for something in the background. Because I don't want to stamp right onto, well, this or this. This is the base, and it could use a clean. You do not want to stamp directly onto it, because then you have to clean it. And when you use a stamp like this is foam, you don't, like the foam rubber, you do not need this piece. This is when you use the clear, the photopolymer. Alrighty, now let's get our little sheets of paper back in. Pardon me. Oh my goodness, talk about having a frog this morning. Must be my typical morning. All right, I know this piece is too big, but that's okay. Not too big for my Stamparatus though. Now, I'm not actually going to line everything up. I'm just going to make sure that when I close this, I'm not on the magnet. I did a whole bunch of tests, and I was on the magnet. Hey, Lisa, how are you today? Happy Tuesday. All right, I know, and you know what? I rarely do heat embossing. So today, you're in for a treat, because we really are going to heat emboss today. All right, let's move a few things off to the side before you heat emboss. And yes, I did do this yesterday. I got all excited. I was heat embossing, and I forgot to use this. And there's a lot of static and such, and the powder will stick to it on the paper in the places you don't want it to stick. So it's a big stamp. So I'm doing the whole bit from this side of the magnet over. I want it to land where I want it to land. Now, I keep my little embossing buddy in a little bag, and you can see the powder on it. That's because you don't want powder in your drawer. It's minor. It's on my fingers now, but it's minor. Okay, the other thing you need is Versamark, and it's a clear, sticky ink, let's call it, stamp pad, and it will have the powder actually stick to the sticky parts. It'll make more sense. I'm like, wow, oh good. I don't know if you had the mild weather we had yesterday, but like, I have got a double car driveway. Well, partly thank you to my wonderful neighbor who cleared my entire driveway when I was at an event on Saturday. I think I posted pictures. I can't remember actually. If I didn't, it's because I was tired, because then I was out all day Sunday, and I'm just recovering from the sugar high. I know, stop eating so much sugary stuff. Okay, so I think we're pretty well covered. Usually what I do, and you can remove this, is I would look around and make sure. See, I tend to miss the edges on big stamps. All right, so put that back in. And I like this about the Stamparatus, that you can do this. So back in and down, and powdery fingernails. And if you are used to like kneading bread, It's kind of like kneading bread, but you're not, you know, turning it over. You're just pressing. Nice even pressure everywhere. Everywhere. And the wonderful thing about, some people don't put a magnet on here, but I do. And here's the wonderful thing is I can go like this and I can turn it and say, yeah, I didn't quite get enough pressure over here. Or there's not enough ink. I don't know if you can hear this, but well, you can see. Sorry about all the lights. I have 3 lights in here. Are you heat embossers, my friends? Because if you're not, you will love it. We're going to go with that. Because you know what? If it was not to completely turn out because it's a video, I would be okay with that. Now, you know these magnets are very, very strong. What you don't want is to have it touch that one because they will break. That is a super duper strong magnet. I'm just going to set that paper there because, again, in embossing you get a little bit of, and we're using this. I know we don't sell this anymore, but if you have something like this, great. Ew, yuck. Schools are closed. Really? I hope you're not sending it our way. Not that you have a choice. We don't sell this anymore. I usually just use a sheet of paper, but, you know, we're going all fancy because it's a video. Well, sorry about your weather. We had some of that Thursday and Friday where visibility was horrible, and schools were open, but the buses were canceled. So it was a whole lot quieter near my house. Now, normally, well, let me just see if I can flick that off. So there's a little bit extra right here, and I'm not going to worry because I would be die cutting. If I wasn't, then I would come in here with a wee small brush and try to get some of that out of there. I will, yeah, you know what? Better safe than sorry. Put it back in here. I think you can still buy these probably at your hobby store. It will all go back in. I just want the majority of it back in there so we don't have a great big mess. One thing, the other thing you don't want to do, and this is learning, this is from experience, my friends, is do not turn your heat gun on when your embossing powder lid is open. That's why it's not here. And you know what I just noticed? I missed a bunch, so let's get rid of that. I really don't want it adhered to my desk. The garbage right under my desk. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, this is going to get noisy, so you probably won't hear me talk. But you will get to see the magic. I see I missed over here too. That's what happens on videos. Well, my videos. There we go. There's the magic. It's a big piece. It takes a little longer. Them little ones. And it's hot. We're going to go with that, or we'll be sitting here for extra minutes. Oh, hi, Rosemary. When I looked out this morning, honestly, I thought it had snowed, but it's fog. So there it is. However, you would have to know that I've die cut it. Oh, look, So I die cut it using, oh, which one did I use? Oh, hang on. The stitch rectangle dies. You can see it better from the back. That you can see it's got the stitching on it. So I really wanted just a little compact area, which I got. So let's bring out the card. So I've already cut. There we go. Soft seafoam. And you know what? I have not used soft seafoam before ever. This was, I just opened the package last night. I thought, you know what? I'm really like the bold colors, but it's so pretty. So I couldn't resist. Now this is the Perennial Essence 12 by 12 vellum, which comes in So Saffron, which is what this is. Olive oil, oh my gosh, and Popeye, old olive and petal pink. I don't know where my head is today. Now, people always say, is there a difference? Which side should I use? And yes, you can see the difference. This is what they would call the right side. This is what we call the wrong side. But I like the wrong side because that's the way I rock and roll. So I'm using this side. This is going to go on top. So I really just wanted a little something around the edge. So to adhere, I don't have a tape runner handy. I do not. Okay, we'll do this. Let's see. Okay. Apparently I don't have any snail handy. However, we can use this. So the event I was at on the weekend, the ladies were absolutely thrilled to see this ribbon. What a great idea. And you know me, I'm not taking credit for it. This is not my idea, but it's a great idea. So I had absolutely zero incidents. I've lost the end. Oh, there it is. With my tape runner or my glue dots going on the floor. For adults, it probably wouldn't happen. I think that was just a fluke that had happened once, and I was probably the perpetrator of that that fault. Yes, you rebel. Yes. Oh, rebel to rebel here. Rebel calling out a rebel. Alrighty. And then we're going to do our very best just to kind of center that. Just to kind of center it. I'm kidding. We're going to do our very best. Here we go. Beauty. And I'm not worried about where the glue dots were going because this is covering up pretty well everything. And I hope my light isn't flashing for you. It certainly is for me. And I did mention that to my son last night. Like, what's going on with my my extra special rechargeable battery light? I'm thinking, and they just got charged last night, so it has nothing to do with that. So a little bit of Tombow. I don't see a top, like an up and a down for this. I happen to like it this way. Wait, or was it this way? No, I like it this way because I want that flower to look like it's going up. So, what do you think so far? Pretty easy, isn't it? Pretty easy. It's not a difficult card. Heat embossing is not difficult. And speaking of heat embossing, I just have to find, are you on the inside? I do have a sentiment that may have gone AWOL. Nope, there it is. Okay, so from that same set, which was the, I'm so bad with names, the So Sentimental. I did heat emboss in gold. I did use the So Sweetly Rats, the dies that go with the stamp set. And I just thought that was pretty together. Yes, tomorrow. Your stamp arrives tomorrow. Exciting. I know. Somehow I thought it was today, but then I realized it was something, a back-ordered item that arrived today. And that doesn't help you at all. But tomorrow, it's not that far away. Hopefully it doesn't arrive while I'm, or maybe it will, arrive while I'm at my volunteer job. So, I'm not sure which ribbon I'm using. So, or how I'm going to, come on, glue dot, you can do it. But if I'm using the polka dot tulle ribbon, then I want to put some glue dots behind here. This is such a pretty, this is, when the catalog first came out, it's like, oh, big background stamp. I don't want that. And turns out I was wrong. I can admit it. I've been wrong more than once this Sale-A-Bration. Here's my other choice in ribbon. And you might be saying, that does not go. But you know what? Maybe not on camera, but it actually does here. You camp out. Too funny. So this is, I should ask your opinion. What do you think? This is from the annual catalog, and it's the no, it isn't. It's the 3/8 of an inch reversible ribbon, which is in Pretty Peacock and Old Olive. This would be the Old Olive side with the extra sparkle. And this is the Pretty Peacock, which we all know is my favorite in color. I can't get enough of it. Then I thought, would using both of them be wrong? What do you think? With this, I was thinking of, if I was to do it, I was thinking of making one of those, I just kind of make a bow, but I didn't make a bow, you know, stick outside the top and the bottom, kind of. Not to overtake the card, but you can almost not see it. And then the other one, I was thinking of doing like the ziggy-zaggy thing, and I will cut that end if that's the route. So what do you think? What do you think, ladies? What should I do? Maybe I would actually go this way. It feels like it should go this direction, you know, facing that way. What do you think? Too much ribbon? Oh, you're so quiet today. You make me make this decision, aren't you? Oh, gasp. All right. I am putting this up on dimensionals, but I can set it there because it won't stick to that paper. Can I make a bow? Let's see what the bow looks like. Let's do this kind of bow. So fold it in half, around the thumb, through here, everything's staying flat. I have a feeling I'm going to have one side of the bow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a way of fixing that. Not sure. Yes, the green. 1 vote for green. Okay. I'm not really keen on the fact that the bow is, you know, different on each side. But I think I'm going to do that ziggy-zag thing. So let's do that. So as I have this already with the glue dots, just move that over just a tad. I don't want a ton of it. What I do want is the shiny side. So behind here, we're going to turn it and be sneaky about it, right? We want the shiny side. I feel it's kind of weird that I just feel like I want things that are shiny and bright. I thought so too. And my glue dot got stuck to my fingernail. I'm struggling with the glue dot. Okay, come on. This isn't rocket science. You can do it. It's because I'm turning the ribbon over and over. Oh, for crying out, Petey's. One turn. Sometimes it's just easier to watch what you're doing, right? So this case, this is where I'm turning it at the back. Might as well show you what I'm doing, right? It's like, it's not a secret. And then it has to turn again. So I get the loop that way. We'll see. I feel like I've made a colossal mess. Not quite turned. I don't know why this isn't cooperating. Oh, you know what? Maybe I just don't need that much. Maybe I was using too much. Well, hey, rocket science, yeah. Hello. And I'm going to cut it up there just to get the roll out of the way and get rid of the polka dot. I love that polka dot ribbon. Like, I'm kind of like, I know, eh? But yesterday, I think it was sunny yesterday, was it not? I think it was. That was like yesterday. Who remembers yesterday? I should. Like I said, it was a very busy weekend. Lots of fun, lots of driving. Beautiful weather for driving. Thank goodness, because otherwise I was going to freak. You know what? I'm going to use both sides because I just think it's pretty. Let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. Get those on there. Okay. Now, use a few of these. So yes, I did. I don't think I posted the, yeah, now that I think about it, let's go over that. I really don't think I posted even the card, the make and take that I had the ladies make at the scrapbook event I was at. I love scrapbook events. There are so many people making beautiful things. And then they come and visit me and we do a make and take, which is a lot of fun. And then we get to chat and so on. I'm going to leave it like, oh, we are sticking to everything today. I may adjust that after the video, but just so we can, you know, get a move on. I'm not going to stick it down too hard. And did I do an inside? Well, yes, I did. And I can still feel the embossing pattern. So I just put this in the, oh my gosh, Stamparatus and turned it. In retrospect, I would have liked to not have had that corner there, but hey, it's just the way it is, you know? So get a little bit of Tombow on that and call that card a day and get to the next one. So I am excited. Anyway, it's a really, really beautiful stamp, and I just think that it needs more love. For a second there, I thought I cut this too big or forgot to cut it smaller. You know, when you're embossing and then cutting, which is what I did. Oh, that's close. There you go. So I may adjust that, like I said, but there you go. It's shiny. It's pretty. I did try black behind here, and it was just, it was not quite what I wanted. Okay, so let's bring out this paper. As you can see, I've done one of them. I was playing with my sponge daubers. So we have Pear Pizzazz. I believe this is Flirty Flamingo and Daffodil Delight. So I'll just show you how I did this. And of course it has to face this direction. You'll give it lots of love. Excellent. So what I did is I started with this, and I kind of went, that's really light. You can see how light that is. And I'm like, I will just keep going because you never know. Then I brought out the next one, and this is kind of where the magic happened. And guess what? I did not re-ink these. This is how inky these stay. They've been stored. I have a clear box with little separators, and they've been stored for quite some time. And I was amazed. Now, I'm not going right out to the edge, and I'm not doing the center, but you can see how the two colors mixed really nicely. I feel like I have an edge there. And then the leaves. And you know what? You see how quick this is? Like, there's really nothing difficult about that. Hey, I'm not going to do the berries and that. You get the idea. So I could actually add more ink. Thank you, Lisa. I could add more ink because you can see it was a little inkier the first time I did this. And yeah, just do some more leaves. You can leave it plain. Like, it's beautiful paper plain, absolutely. But a little bit of color never hurt anybody. I am not going to fussy cut it in front of you. This is what it looks like when you've done some fussy cutting. Again, very simple because I didn't really go around the berries. That just seemed like way more work than this girl was interested in. Way more work. So I rather like that. Now this is, like I said, it's nice and thin. It's probably as thin as the Whisper White, maybe even a little bit more. So it's very pliable and very, it's worth layering up. It's plain on the other side because you're not going to put foil on both sides, not for this particular paper. Okay, we are using the I Can't Thank You Enough stamp. I just want the thank you. And I know you've seen this trick before, but we're going to do it again anyway. So I am going to, by the way, I know I haven't talked about any measurements. That will all be on my blog post later. Like I said, I got a little bit behind this weekend. A little preoccupied with busyness. And I will also have the link so you can look at all the goodies in the second release. I'll have the first release there as well for Sale-A-Bration. So we've taped it up. Beauty. Did I decide on a color? I did. And where did I put that color? Oh, right beside me. Ha. I know this is going to sound a little bit weird, but I want this nice dark memento. I wanted it to just pop off the page. These are scraps that I've cut just off the ends of when I was stamping. And I would like to have a little something behind, just in case. The one thing you want to remember when you do this. Oh, I inked these again, and I inked one so much that I laid it on top of the other one open to try and get the ink to go to the other one. You know, when it's like way too sloppy. This is the part where I hope I don't get inky fingers, because I don't want to wreck the card. Oh, my little water bottle, my little mister fell over. Alrighty, this might be this is a good job for the take your pick tool. And over to the side, get away from my fingers. There we go. And there, that's the magic when you don't get everything. Step 2, of course, would be stamping it straight. Now, I don't often stamp white onto white, so this should be interesting. And hopefully I can get just the thank you. If not, well, I have a plan. I always have a plan, right? So we're just gonna aim. Oh, phew! Phew, isn't that beautiful? The thank you. Now, because I extra inked these ink pads, I'm gonna let that sit for a second. And bring in, yes, soft seafoam again. But this time I'm bringing in that So Very Vellum that we talked about. And in this, I did say it was soft seafoam, didn't I? Did I? I did, yeah. And how pretty is that? Because it looks a little bit darker. So I do need to use the bone folder. There we go, just to get that to stay put. Now, for this one, I'm going to do the same thing with the glue dots, which I set down. Do you ever do that? You set it down and you can't find it, and it's right on your desk. Right on your desk. The other thing I wanted to mention, for those watching on YouTube, Facebook was uncooperative last week, so you can't actually see last week's video unless you come to my Facebook page, Lolly and Sand. What happened was I went to upload it and I got a big white screen, and that means nothing's happening. So I tried again and again. I tried throughout the week, and then I went on to one of the demonstrator boards where it was, turns out that was a Facebook glitch. So yeah, no video on YouTube. So this week, because I'm not trusting of it, some people's did upload, mine didn't. I'm going to put it onto leave it on my phone, upload it to my phone first. I would like to get that straight. I have to do it this way. So just 4 glue dots. You don't need to overdo it. And dimensionals again for this. And anyway, it will upload. So again, sorry about that. It was, blame Facebook for that one. Yeah, because I know I promise every week there'll be a video. And you're probably like, where's my video? And by the way, I am getting so close to getting to do live videos on YouTube. I'm like only like, let's see how my math is today, 700 and some viewers, subscribers away. So that was totally sarcasm. Bad Sandy. Bad Sandy. Yeah, it takes a while, you know, but anybody watching here on Facebook, feel free to go over and subscribe to my channel. I would love to do them live there. That would be awesome. And you can see all my mistakes there. And you know I don't edit my videos. What you see is what you get with me. All right, let's bring this back in because I need to do a little cutting. Alrighty. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I know, you know. I don't need this side. So this is the mini cutter. And I like it for several reasons. And one, because when you're doing small things like this. Oh yeah, yes, well, yeah, that's all Facebook. You know, it's all Facebook. And I love Facebook, don't get me wrong. It's a big part of, you know, having a small business. So anyway, the mini cutter you cannot buy, sadly. You cannot buy, but you can get it free with your starter kit. I don't think I want that over. I think that's like too much. I could make a little, if I can see that punch. They're all in front of me, but my lights and camera, oh, there it is. Triple banner punch, here we go. And that's it there. And yes, we go this direction. Anyway, is it 10:30 yet? I think I'm I'm starting to hear the little ones. Oh, I bet that feels mushy-gushy. I did get the ends good. Alrighty, and then I just want to trim to the end here. So one more time. I think I can put that on now. I think I can. I'm not going with ribbon on this one. No, I still feel like it almost needs to be underneath. Okay, and I'm going to cut about, it's not an exact measurement. Now, if you have the mini trimmer because you've signed up, you've joined my little Mix Stampers Ink team. How cute is that? You want to hold right here. And if you don't, your paper will move just a little bit. So it's the cutest little guillotine ever. Fits beautifully on my desk. Yep, nope, I still want that a little shorter. And I may cut that other end off. I don't know yet. That's why I didn't go really close. I think I am. Again, you rebel. I cut it so fine that it just looked like the width of a hair. It was so tiny. I think I'm going to go like that. I actually want it under a little bit. Under, over, I don't know. I played with colors. What color should I use? Okay. Dimensional here. I am still popping it up. Oh, yes. And I'm almost done this little sheet. This was from the Kerchief card kit, which sadly is sold out. So if you do want your Sale-A-Bration items, and especially like new things like this and the vellum, don't delay. I will put my link to shop. I will put, I'm deciding, I want it under just a little bit more, so it's looking too square to me. I don't even think I'm going to add any bling. I think with the rose gold and the silver, it's blingy enough. I'm going to add my shopping list. I'm going to fix that. I'm not happy. I am not happy with that. But other than that, what do you think, ladies? Do you like? Yeah, I have to. It's almost like I feel like ripping it off right now. And oh, look, I can. This is the beauty of heat embossing, especially in gold, shiny gold. You can move things. So I think I've talked. I think I've talked long enough. My friends, thank you so much for watching. I will be back next Tuesday. Yes, I'm pulling off the dimensionals. And yes, because they were on ribbon, I can probably reuse them. This is too high up. You don't need this much sticking out. It was the turning that got me. And because you know what? Because I didn't put a dimensional there. Thank you for watching. If there's anything you see on the video that you would like to purchase, you know where to find me. I'm right here. And I appreciate you watching so much. Thank you, Lisa. I'm like, you're like, will you just finish that card? Finish it. You know, the other solution would be just to cut it behind and just do a pretend, or just keep going, just like Dory, just keep going, just keep going. I feel like cutting it. I really feel like cutting it. No, I'm not. I will keep going. So my friends, again, I will see you next Tuesday at 10 a.m. I don't think I have anything else on the go, hopefully. Hopefully, you never know with, you know, stuff that comes up. Let's cut that. And you know, you think this is easy, talking and doing a video and doing this. My gosh, sometimes when it's a wee bit of a fail, you're like, now I just sound like I'm just talking. Just talking. There, much happier. I'm going to lay that on there and I will finish. I like that better. Less is more. All right, my friends, I'll say goodbye. Hopefully my video uploads to YouTube. Subscribe, share, shop, whatever you want to do. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.